Hey, pop the trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price. Out of sight, my whole got talent.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we got a movie review. Tonight, me and Creed went and seen The Strangers 2, Strangers Pray at Night. Now, this movie, while not being as good as the first, because the first is always the best, it was a good movie, and by no means is a terrible movie, because it was a really good movie. Creedon, how'd you like it?
It was amazing, honestly. Compared to the original one, it wasn't all that good, but out of most horror movies you're gonna see coming in 2018, this one's gonna be one of the best.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the best. In this movie, it was starring this chick, this guy, these three killers. I'm gonna put some pictures right there so y'all know what I'm talking about. So, what'd you think about the main girl, Creedon?
I don't know. It was the main girl. She was at first you didn't really know anything about her. So it was kind of weird.
Except you knew she was a troubled teen.
Yeah, she was a troubled teen.
Oh, by the way,
emo.
before we start, spoiler warning.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, you better click off right now. Alright, but go ahead.
If you don't want to hear spoilers, bye. Alright, anyway. She was a quote-unquote emo.
She was emo.
But they were taking her to boarding school. And they cut the cable, sold their house.
Yeah,
Practically
they sold their whole house. They cut their cables to their
just to pay for a scholarship.
Just to pay for a scholarship for her to go to boarding school. So in this movie, the killing starts off at the beginning of this goddamn movie.
Yeah. No, not really, because you didn't see the murder.
I mean, you didn't see the murder, but you knew it happened. It was an off-screen kill. It was two off-screen kills. Dollface, she came in, she killed the grandmother. Then she killed the grandpa off-screen. But later on, you see what they did to him. It's fucking gruesome, man.
Yeah.
This movie is filled with gore, man. And this movie is filled with nostalgia, too. When the main characters have the upper hand, you're just like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Whenever that shotgun happened.
Yeah, whenever that
everybody.
dude was stabbing the chick.
Oh yeah, that shit. Everybody in the
Bruh, we'll get to that later. But alright, so just like in the first movie, in Strangers in 2008, Dollface knocks at the door. She asks, "Is Tamara home?" Twice, but there is no Tamara. She's just there to see if anybody's home, and that's when the killings start happening. The two main characters.
They dead ass fake the uncle's handwriting just to get into the house.
Yeah, well, maybe, I think so.
Because remember they called. They called and it went straight to voicemail. Remember that?
Yeah.
So she left a message, and then the smiley face after the picture. Remember?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is very true. But the motives of these killers were just straight because they wanted to.
Why the fuck not? Why not?
Yeah, in the movie they actually said why not. But we'll get to that later. But the two main characters wander off into the woods. They go and you see Dollface right there behind them, but they don't see Dollface. But Dollface wanders off into the woods, and there goes the first kill. Is when the two guys leave the house.
They found the bodies.
Yeah, they found the bodies. The two guys
went to go back to investigate, and the two girls went to go call the cops, but their phones got destroyed by the
their phones got smashed. They got destroyed, and Dollface was hiding in their house. Dollface stabs the mother, kills the mother, but the main daughter, she's the main character. She climbs out and she escapes, goes back to her dad. But her dad is short-lived. Her dad dies shortly after in a car crash. That was
horrible.
That was gruesome. That was a terrible way to die. He was sitting there with a
pole. It wasn't even with a knife or anything.
It was with a fucking screwdriver.
A flathead at that.
Jesus Christ. He got killed by a screwdriver. He just stabbed him with a screwdriver. But his dad, they crashed into a trailer park. He got a big pole impaled through him.
Briefcase full of damn heavy ass shit.
I know.
That's part kind of stupid though. If something happened like that to me, my foot would have been on the fucking gas. I would have like stomped on the brake.
Same, man. But like, they crashed. He got a pole through his stomach, and he told his son to go off. He told him, he was like, go find your sister, and I'm really proud of you, because he knew he wasn't gonna make it. He was bleeding out, but like, then Sackhead comes in, turns on some 80s style music, just sits there for a minute, grabs a screwdriver and stabs him, and that's on to the next scene. The brother's off finding the daughter, and he finds him, doesn't he? He finds her, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He finds her, and then he hides her.
You remember, because she got stabbed in the leg.
Yeah, she got stabbed in the
Oh,
leg.
because you remember the Jack in the Box scene. That's
Yeah,
what it
Jack
was.
in the Box scene. She wandered into a trailer home.
No, because she seen the truck. Okay, the truck was roaming the streets, and then she just jumped into a random house, and then she heard something coming from the one of the bedrooms. She went in there, and it was Jack in the Box. Behind the Jack in the Box was
Dollface.
and underneath the blanket.
Yeah.
So whenever the Jack in the Box popped out, so did Dollface,
and Dollface stabbed her in the leg and
sliced
her arm. And that's when the brother comes in. The brother points a gun at Dollface, but he's in the movie he's a pacifist. He doesn't like violence, but later on in the movie he gets rid of that tendency, which was amazing. But like, he gets rid of the tendency later on, but he's refusing to shoot her. He's just like, put your knife down, and then they run away. And then on to the next scene where the brother he rips her flannel.
Yeah, because her flannel was around her waist, and then she took it off, and he rips it.
And he puts it around her leg and ties it, the old trick where to put pressure on it.
And then
a truck crashes into the freaking trailer.
Before that, he put the gun down so he could do it.
Oh yeah, bad mistake. He put the gun down. Terrible mistake.
So whenever the truck crashed, he forgot to grab the gun.
Oh, by the way, the truck crashed into the trailer that they were in, so they had to start running.
God, we're horrible at explaining this.
We're all right. It's all right. It's an in-depth version of a review, but like, they run off. The brother hides the sister. What is that called? He hides the sister under the porch, the porch gates.
It's the
covering of the porch, and like, he hides her under there. He leaves. He goes to the main office that we see in the beginning where the note is. He runs in there. Pinup girl and Sackface are in there, and he runs out into the pool area. Lights come on in the pool area, and then Pinup girl comes after him, and
sprint like a full sprint.
She was full sprinting at him.
She could probably kick most of the team like on fucking track.
But she was like full on sprinting at him. He heard her, grabbed his golf club, turned around, and whacked her.
That shit was funny as
fuck. That was funny. He whacked the shit out of her, and she was down.
And
he removed her knife.
No, he tried to remove her mask, and then she grabbed his hand, pushed his hand away, started choking him, and then he grabbed
the knife and stabbed her like 50 times. And then comes Sackface, and the brother's just like, "Come on, I've killed one of yours. What are you gonna do?" And like, they have this all-out war in the pool, and it's amazing.
And then he trips over one of the seats.
Oh yeah, he trips over one of the seats, which allows him to flip into the pool. So they both get into the pool, and like, the brother has the upper hand for a little bit until he stabs him.
No, he had the upper hand until he was dumb enough to drop the knife underwater and try to walk out.
He tried to walk out, but Sackhead caught up to him, stabbed him, but he made a mistake. He stabbed him once and just left him there, not knowing to just finish the job.
And not only that, he stabbed him in the butt.
He stabbed him in the butt,
right here.
Like, you can see it when the girl is carrying him. You can see him for a quick second. He's got a slit in his butt. I was like, what the fuck? You just stab him in the back or nothing. You stabbed him in the butt. But it's just a small weird tendency. But what happens after this? Oh yeah, the sister drags him out of the water, places him by some inner tubes, and then she goes and has an all-on war with these murderers.
Oh yeah, before that though, the park ranger came. Cause remember, she was still running, and the park ranger came. And I thought it was
a cop.
It was a park ranger.
Whatever.
It was a park ranger because the car that they had. I knew it was a park ranger.
Okay, so she was running. She got out onto like a main road-ish.
And then she fell.
Park ranger came along.
And he stopped.
But that park ranger was short lived. He got his throat slit
from behind by Dollface.
and then here's a throwback to Scream. I want to say Scream.
It's one.
Scream 2.
It's Scream 2. Yeah.
Scream 2, where Sydney's in the car.
She's trying. The key. They took the keys out. She forgot the key, and then Scream picked up the key and started dangling it from the window.
Yeah, and that was a throwback to Scream because Dollface had the keys, and she was like, there was a lot of throwbacks in this movie.
Yeah.
There was specifically three throwbacks we seen and one Easter egg we seen at the very beginning.
Okay. Strangers. Well, the first thing that you think about a stranger is Stranger Things, and that was the font.
The font for the Strangers Pray at Night was the Stranger Things intro title, which was kind of weird.
And then the only thing I didn't like about the movie, I mean, it wasn't anything big, but like they kind of made it into like a TV show, like the intro, because they showed like the first dead that you see, like the first couple of deads.
Yeah.
And then they showed the title.
Which, you can't blame them, but it's not too big. But then we get into the main girl. I don't even remember her name. Do you remember her name?
Who?
The main girl.
Kenzie.
Her name's Kenzie. But, like, she grabbed the Parks Ranger's shotgun. She shoots this bitch. This bitch goes flying.
She shot Dollface, like, right in, like,
she shot Dollface right here.
And Dollface went flying back to the curb.
Okay, so she goes out. She flips her mask off. And she's like, why are you doing this to us? Dollface is just like, why not? And
Dollface,
then, boom! Shot her right in the freaking throat.
You would take a moment though, like,
Dollface is
like
A1 cute.
The actor that they
A1 fine.
A1, yeah.
She was fine. But, like, she shoots her in the freaking throat. That's the end of Dollface. Both the girls are dead.
She went back into the car, and she was sitting there crying.
Yeah.
And then Sackface came up with this fucking big ass C10.
C10 truck, and
I don't know how. Yeah, like rammed the shit.
He rammed the crap out of that car.
Like that. It was a Blazer. It was like an old.
Yeah, it was old Blazer.
And that fucking back end of that Blazer was like
it was
in everything.
But like, here's the start of Sackface and Kenzie. Kenzie's war. You know, Sackface just keeps on ramming the car with his truck.
And then she ends up, the door, I don't even know how, but the door ended up opening on the driver's side door. Ended up opening and she flew out.
Yeah, she flew out and she started running. She got out to the main road or the main bridge.
No, you're missing the most important part.
Oh yeah, the throwback to Christine.
Before that. Okay. Anyway, she got out of the truck and she went around to see what was happening. And from the Blazer, there was gas on the ground.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She took out her lighter from her back pocket and lit it through it. And then she started to walk off.
The truck blew up. But
the Blazer blew up and not the truck.
The truck was on fire, though.
Yeah. And then she started to walk off thinking that she killed him. And in the background, you see the truck back up and then started going for her.
Yeah, it started going after her. The guy was still alive somehow.
Burnt.
He was burnt.
He was like, damn.
You could see his face. His face was burnt. And he had a shard of glass in his stomach. He gets out onto the bridge. He gets out of the truck. He comes up to
He tries to, he grabs his axe and then tries to, he was going to go kill her.
Yeah, he was going to kill her.
Because she fell.
He collapses. He grabs the piece of glass.
Oh, man, but his hand, though. His hand was like...
His hand was shaking like real life. He grabs the glass, pulls that out of his stomach, and then he falls down. He's almost dead. Until we get out onto the main road. She finds this truck. She gets in the very back, which is a throwback to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. The original, where he's like out on the road. She gets into the truck and he's just swinging his chainsaw. Like, she gets in the truck. He hops on the truck. He whams him with a bat.
He swings a couple times with the axe and then misses. Then she grabs a bat from because the little kid had a baseball and a baseball glove in the front seat, and I guess they had a bat in the back.
She grabs the bat. She swings
the shit out of it.
And he's down. I'm figuring at this point he's dead.
I think I remember another thing was, remember when they was talking about her trying to play baseball with him and his friends.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
why
minor
the base-
throwback.
That was the reason for the baseball.
Minor throwback.
Yeah.
But in all, this movie was great. Spoiler alert: the brother survived. He's not dead.
But she hears a knock.
She hears a knock at the door.
PTSD.
She's got major PTSD right now. I bet it was just a doctor.
Probably. I mean,
I really hope they don't make a third one because they got really nowhere to take this series.
well, you never know. Honestly.
I hope they end it here.
Dollface and then the other one.
Dollface
for
and the other
sure
one are dead.
But the guy, Sackface, he could have. He had it was a
I
small
don't
chance.
know.
But
Very small chance he's alive.
Half his face is gone though.
I don't know. Very small chance he's alive. But that was it. Strangers 2, Pray at Night, movie review. In all,
A1.
what are we giving this rating?
About 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I'm giving it 9 out of 10. Guys, have you seen this movie? If you have, comment down below. Or do you even like scary movies? Comment down below. If you like this video.
Oh, we should probably say this earlier, but I was
What?
gonna say.
Okay.
I was gonna say if you don't want to hear the whole spoiler, just skip to the end.
Yeah. Alright, but in all, this movie was amazing. Guys, if you like this video, please like,
well
comment,
worth the money.
well worth the $10 you're going to spend to get in if your local theater is $5 to get in and a couple of dollars for snacks. But, you know what? It's well worth it. Go watch this movie if you haven't already. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Creedon?